Hello ladies and gents, Ro here, and welcome to NOandROfilms. Today we're going to be covering another iMovie tutorial, and in this tutorial we're going to focus on how to import images and some of the basic settings when you're importing images. I have here 5 images here that I grabbed from the internet, and I'm going to be showing you guys how I import them and what you should probably know when you're importing images. Now, for example, let's begin. I'm going to open up iMovie, and here we actually worked with a previous project where we did the zoom in effect. Be sure to check out that tutorial. But for now, I'm going to delete all this and we're going to start it with our iMovie tutorials project. There's nothing in it. I'm going to start from scratch, and we're actually going to delete some of these things here so they don't get in the way as well. Move to trash. That way we only have just the original clip we've always been working with for our iMovie tutorials. So the way I recommend, or just in case, it really depends how many images you're dealing with, but since I only have 5 images, I like to just drag them straight into my events folder. That way I can access them, especially if you're only dealing with one image. You could just grab that image and drag it straight into your event, and it'll upload it successfully. You shouldn't have any problem. Also, you can just drag it straight in your project if you want, but I prefer dragging it into your events because everything just works out smoothly that way. But at the same time, if you're dealing with a lot of pictures, I suggest you put them in a folder. That way it's easier to find. And then you go up to this import option at the very top of this iMovie option screen. You have this import, and then go to your desktop, wherever it may be, or your files. You go to desktop, and then you can actually find the file, select that file, that folder, or just that one image, and you can just import it. Like, for example, right there I have it selected. Make sure you're importing to the right event as well, like mine's iMovie tutorials. So once you have the image selected, you can select that to actually multiple you can hold command, and then you can select multiple images, and then go to import selected. That's the way you can do it, like if you have a lot of images going straight from import. But like I said, if you're only dealing with like 3 to 5 images, I would suggest just grabbing them from your desktop and dragging them straight into your events that you want it in. So yeah, for this example, I'm actually going to grab all 5 of these images, and I'm going to drag them straight into my iMovie tutorials events. And as you can see, they pop up right down here at the bottom nicely. And as you can see, every single image is cropped differently or has its own different aspect ratio. So, and when you drag it into your project, you'll notice, let me show you here. I'm going to select this image, drag it in here, and as you can see, it's not fully fit. Then it's not even showing the entire image. So you can go to adjustments, crop, and then as you can see, it's actually already completely out. If we were to do this, it would show if we were to go to fit, it's going to show the black lines, which just doesn't look good at all. And you can actually adjust the image through preview if the image is too big like this, and you make it fit perfectly. But the main reason I wanted to show you, main thing I wanted to show you guys here is that when I imported them, or as soon as I put the image within my project, it automatically puts the crop to fit option. Crop to fit effect, or what's the right word I'm looking for? I'm just going to say effect, the crop to fit effect automatically onto it. And you can adjust this by going into Imovie Properties, so that each time you put an image into your project, it doesn't always do crop to fit. Like it does a fit. That way it always fits the entire image onto the screen, no matter if it has black lines or not. So the way you would do this is you can either hit Command J on your keyboard. It will bring you straight to iMovie Properties for the iMovie tutorials, or you can just select the project right down here, and it'll take you straight to Properties, as you can see here. And also you can go to Window, Movie Properties, and it'll take you straight to Properties as well. So for this example, I'm just going to select my project, go to Settings, and then from here it says Photos Placement. We have it to crop. Now we want it to fit, basically fitting the entire image into the screen, and then I can adjust it from there. And then these are like some additional options that I've showed you guys in the movie properties tutorial, and I've covered them more. Be sure to check out that tutorial. And so now when we drag a new image in here, it should fit the entire image. It shouldn't do a crop to fit. Now, as you can see, the entire image, no matter if it even has black lines, the entire image is going to be on the screen. This is actually pretty good, especially when you're uploading or importing several images at once, and then all of a sudden you notice that they all have the Ken Burns effect, or they all have the zoom in effect, which you never intended. Like, especially if you're dealing with 200 images plus and you didn't want them to have that effect, it's best you go to your Imovie Properties settings and then change it to what you want it before you import images. Otherwise, it's going to automatically set it to something you never intended or wanted. So be sure to do that when you're importing images. So that's basics. That's the basic way. That's the way I import images. That should be very simple. And then you can also, after you got it set to fit, you can select all your images and then import them in here. And then you have all these images. Then you can simply adjust the time length of them by dragging the sides here. As you can see, that adjusted 2 seconds. Also, you can, by selecting a clip, you can go under Adjustments, top right hand corner, and then the little eye, the inspector, clip information. You can change it there as well. I'm going to change it to 1 second, and there you go. And then now you can see that this, for some reason it's 0.9 seconds, but that's close enough. But that's basically it for importing images. Be sure to leave any comments in the comment section below, or any questions. I'll be glad to help you guys out, and catch you guys next tutorial. Later.
Let my life be the proof of your